Yes, thank you so
Perfect,
much.
perfect, Bader.
So, Father, I think we can wait for like 2 and 3 minutes.
Sure, sure.
Sure.
So we will now it's 2:03. So we will allow another 2 minutes. 2:05 we can start.
Perfect, perfect.
Yes, please. Hey, Father.
Yes, bro. Shall we start?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So hi everyone and welcome for today's webinar. So for our today's webinar, it's about the partner enablement and our customer as well for more knowledge about Alibaba Cloud Industry Solutions. As you know, in our previous webinars, we have covered different sectors, talking about oil and gas, the government, talking about different stuff of webinars, right? Sorry, industries. So today, for our today industry, we will be talking about the finance industry, the health industry, and the education industry. So we will talk about, first of all, finance. So let me start with introducing different solutions which Alibaba Cloud have in these solutions under the finance. Before that, I do have chats. So Tim, is today Arabic? I know that today is English, right?
Yes, today is English.
English, okay.
Sorry. Today I think it's Arabic, no? No,
Sorry,
English.
guys. It's English, right? So I cannot continue, okay? No worries. Perfect.
If anyone thought today is Arabic, you can send us the private message.
Yes, please. We can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's English in English. Yeah. Sure. Perfect. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. So because we will host the same session in Arabic and it will be in this coming Tuesday. So now let me start speaking about the Alibaba Cloud solution for the finance. So I'll start from the top to the bottom. So the main identical solutions which we do have it, we have something called ET Brain. ET Brain means in different industry. We do have a brain, which is automation, IoT, AI, big data, a lot of different set of different products together to get with a complete solution like smart cities and so on. So we do have something called ET Financial Brain that is like the automated smart financial system. So the financial industry as one of the witnessing in-depth application of traditional data technologies faces very challenges in the big data era. So typical challenges included inside the financial industry, the traditional chimney, which is development model result in repeated construction and wastes of technical resources, that it leads to scattered and isolated data and information and fails to fully identify the customers and financial risks. What's the mean of that? When we talk about the traditional way of using the technology by building the infrastructure based on the traditional on-premise and so on, that will waste a lot of technical resources because not all of these resources that you need. And in order to build the isolation for preparing your data privacy, that will cost you a lot and the resources will be waste. So when we go for the cloud, which we'll discuss it today, that will help you to achieve pass through this step. Then traditional financial business focus on financial products. I'm right. So their salesmen try hard to sell products to the customers. So the new financial business, on the contrary, focus on customers. They look at how to provide the most desirable financial service to the customer to tailor to customer demands. What's the meaning of that? In the financial way, the banking industry or any financial institute, they have their financial salesmen. They will go for the market, start approaching different companies, enterprises, or individuals to resell their products, financial products, either credit card, home loan, mortgage, personal loan, and so on, and different products, financial products. But when we involve the big data and we involve the AI and we involve the technology, then we have a decision engine which will help you to achieve more specific, and the target will be based on your customer demands. So always the system will recognize the customer demands and it will push the main product or the product they're looking for immediately for these customers. Risk control resides in center of the financial industry. Good risk control is an art of finance. However, strict risk control alone cannot achieve inclusive finance. While losing risk control will expose business to various risks, right? So if you are just only looking for reselling your products, financial product, and you are not worrying about the main reason or the main purpose, which is the risk control, because always you need to keep your risk control are connected together when you're selling your financial products, because you don't want to go for loose risk control, which will expose your business to a lot of different risks. So for this reason, financial institutions are all studying how to use cloud computing, big data, and AI capabilities to build a risk control system, which I will cover it as well today. I will speak about it in general. Then the financial industry is born in rampant fraud, and you know the fraud is one of the most serious issues in the financial industry. So we need an anti-fraud solution, which as well within the cloud, we do have an anti-fraud solution. So fraud gangs may exploit every manual and technical means available for contrive more sophisticated fraudulently activities. So we need to make sure that all these fraud gangs has been recognized by the anti-fraud system, and as well to mention, sorry guys, and as well to show the financial institute that these are the frauds and block it immediately, either automatically or either giving a notification about these frauds. Then about the solution now. So an overview, Alibaba Cloud joins the financial technical strength and service capability, which is part of Alibaba Group and its sister company to Alibaba Cloud. It's Financial. And Financial, you know, it's one of the biggest worldwide financial institutes. And Alibaba have built over the past decades and integrates AI and constantly learn and involve one minor financial use cases after another, so that it dedicated to providing wise insight and decision-making assistance for the financial institutes and individuals to let everyone enjoy the technology-enabled convenience and as well personalized inclusive finance. ET Financial Brain is open, inclusive, and practice test. So Alibaba Cloud extracts the most desired technical capabilities from tens of thousands of specific use cases and refines them into the financial cloud. ET Financial Cloud pool the wisdom of thousands of data scientists and the financial requirement of several 100 million financial customers and millions of enterprise customers from its first day. So it's not the brain of Alibaba, but a brain of every financial institute that incorporate data intelligence. When we talk about the security solution architecture, as you see here, it's based on the cloud products and as well a set of different solutions customized working on these products. So when we saw we talk about financial cloud platform, we have Max Compute from Big Data for building your data warehouse, Stream Compute, Analytic DB to analyze the OLAP data and all live data. We have server load balancer. We have object storage for reliable storage platform. We have RDS, relational database services, which is the managed database. We have ECS, the virtual machine. Then later on, we can jump to the financial data middle end. This will be delivered by Ant Financial, for example, and based on their solution. So we have one data, one ID, one service, and as well, then we have the financial intelligence platform, which is working on top of the middle end, which is decision engine, risk control, product marketing, and chatbot. All of these are end platforms which you can connect to. And for sure, All of these layers are security and network are secured from Alibaba Cloud, which is a lot of different security products and services. As well, it has a standard interfaces if you want to integrate it through API or SDKs later on with other third-party applications. And in financial scenarios, in personal credit and payment, security, supply chain finance, small business credit and insurance, all of this can be covered by these different solutions. These different solutions can support these different models. Now, let me talk about the solution. So solution features. So the financial data middle end for building big data-based financial institutions. Unidata integration and the GB profiling. So what's the Unidata integration? It's based on the uni architecture of the data middle end, which I showed you before in the data middle end, which is provided by Ant Financial. So the solution explored up from the data and down from business. It enables data integration by using the data connection extraction kit to reduce the data processing cost. So the technology expedite the data processing and make it more standardized and orderly and various. When we talk about GB profiling, this feature enables omni-channel data acquisition, global data integration to build data ecosystem for cost reduction and efficiency enhancement during the financial institution. Extensive exploration for digitalization, transformation, and offline deployments of offline services, that it makes data catalyst for out-of-the-box application of a new energize and businesses development to slash the cost of trial and error during innovation, and lies at solid data intelligent foundation for a financial service to allow financial intelligent flows to stretch freely in the soil of big data and facilitate mass innovation into the financial industry. So that is one of the features. And as well, intelligent risk control, or just right risk management and control, which I will talk about it later on as well in deeply. As well, from the features that you can get is personalized recommendation to deliver tailor-made financial services. So for example, you will have a recommendation engine which will make based on the information and the data warehouse and the data analysis that you got out of your customers and so on. So you can have a personalized recommendation and decision engine as well to give you all of these recommendations. As well, you have time-space relationship network to open a new horizon of holographic finance. So that is an important, because relationship networks, we will talk about reverse relationship lookup, group analysis, path analysis. As well, we're talking about backbone analysis, kinship analysis, behavior analysis, and the information cube. All of these different relationship networks, which you will be focused on more and more. Let's talk about use cases. So the traditional chimney development more fails to effectively analyze and utilize valuable data or maintain or customize costly information systems. As well, the current system and data analysis capabilities either cannot analyze the diversity the financial risks in a comprehensive manner, or have a poor automated risk control capabilities, only to rely much on manual judgment or intervenience with a human being. An anti-fraud identification system is absent, or current system is difficult to fully identify complex, violate, and deep cover fraud. The customer profiling and intelligent recommendation capabilities are absent as well when we talk about the traditional chimney, rendering it impossible to launch event-based personalized marketing or efficient internet-born digital marketing. So what's the solution highlights which we can provide? The solution reduce the system development and maintenance cost and enable full course business intelligence in business operation, while offering fast and secure financial transaction support. As well, it enhanced the in-depth mining of valuable data to identify the valuable customers and potential business opportunity. So it will help your sales and BDs to increase their opportunities. As well, it provides tailor-made and considerate customer service to enhance customer satisfaction. That is very important to enhance the customer satisfaction. It helps financial institutions with fast and precise intelligent decision making to achieve inclusive finance breaking the business bottleneck and serve a wide range of financial customer while precisely assessing risks to allow more enjoy financial services. So automatically the risk will be calculated per each individual case or each different enterprise, and that can be already without any human being touch. So in a case study, we have a bank A, bank B, and bank C. So bank A, based on the intelligent risk control system, the ET Financial Brain has built an anti-fraud risk control system which not only intelligently manage risk, but also optimize the user experience. So Bank A improved its lending process using ET Financial Brain by 50% of its loan applicants, can save unnecessary face verification and video verification procedures and go through fewer repeated verification process while enjoying improved loan approval efficiency and variable user experience. So for applying for a loan and getting approval and doing the verification process, that will be much easier. This is a 54% more faster than the traditional way. So that is better user experience, and as well it makes you better like less headache in the paperwork, and as well in the verification methods, and as well into the risk control management. Bank B is leveraged ET Financial Brain for his credit card activation business data operation. So by targeting high activation probability customers, the day allowed activation rate increased from 14% to 20% in the first month and reached to 26% after 2 months of continuous optimization. Why? Which almost doubled the per capita productivity of the corresponding call center business team, because that has been already automated using the financial brain and using the credit card activation business data operation. When we talk about Bank C, all customers of Bank C are required to go through face verification and manual review their video through videos when the bank review loan applications on the application, right? But this is not that necessary because the customer have gone through face verification when they open an account. And ET Financial Brain exempts 54% of the customers from another round of face verification or manual review through the video based on the customer risk rating, and reduces the verification procedure for about 40% of customer to face verification only. And only less than 10% of the customers still need to go through the manual video verification additionally. This saves a lot of resources that would otherwise be wasted while significantly elevating the user experience. When we talk about insurance company, so the relationship network helps discover salesmen who helped customers for long-term life insurance in order to seek the illegal profits. Insurance company E, the time-space network helps discover pseudo cars and networks used for auto insurance fraud. Bank F, the relationship network helps discover in marketing activities and identify key contacts in the gang. Now let's talk about the solution in deeply. So Alibaba Cloud Anti-Fraud Team. So we do have a team of anti-fraud specialists from CRO department in Alipay, in Taobao, whenever in Alibaba itself. So now they are supporting more than 1,000 companies on fraud preventing through cloud computing and big data technology. So these more than 1,500 plus employees, 700 plus with expertise of data sciences, 10 years of practices of preventing fraud. We use accounting fraud for or anti-fraud solution for preventing you from account abuse, from account takeover, from promo abuse, from card fraud, from identity theft, from credit card or loan fraud. So the framework of fraud prevention, the decision engine form the most critical part of the fraud prevention and need to be practical and extendable. First of all, when we talk about the abuse, so we have sign in and login for your account, for banking, for financial institute, whenever you need. So when you have abusive registration or malicious login, that will be always recognized in the browse as well. If our engine has been noticed that you have did an abnormal browsing, then that will be recognized that. When guest checkout is used, then immediately bot attacking will be checked out to be verified. As well, when we have a place order, risky orders will be as well verified. When we have a payment, so these payments will be verified. If it was a suspicious payment from a stolen credit card or something like that, it will be notified. So all of these different fraud cases will be collecting all of the data in the data collection based on, like, as you see, email, name, address, IP, device ID, payment, member ID, mobile, credit card number, order info. All of these information will be in data collection. Then this decision making will run the analysis that we do have. In the analysis is negative whitelist. So there is some blacklist and whitelist. If, for example, it was from the blacklisted IDs or IPs worldwide, then automatically it will be detected as a fraud. There is rules based on algorithms, and as we said, it's based on the practical and extendable, and it's a tailor-made. So based on the business case, the rules will be added, same to the models as well, and there is a feature variables. So these all in decision making will be, if there is a fraud detection, like such as a fake order, account abuse, account takeover, immediately we return that to the decision maker. When the decision engine will have the information that we have fraud detection, then it will immediately inform the risk mitigation center with these details. So either can be blocked, for example, for the login, or either can be asking for multi-factor authentication to be enabled in order to log in by adding a mobile number and sending the OTPs and so on, or by applying some captcha or challenge to verify that you are not an automated robot or not a human being, or as well by tagging and notifying the main account user with all the details that he has a suspicious login or something like that. Now, what's the benefits that we gain out of the decision engine? So we have a real-time process. It's less than and faster than 200 milliseconds, in less than 200 milliseconds that will be defined. As well, we can proceed more than 10,000 query per second. Then talking about the WYSIWYG, which is our solution. So what is giving you beside that from the decision engine is giving you visual configuration and editing feature without coding. That is important. When we talk about easy management, it's easy to integrate, easy integration, and lower operation risk. The last important thing, it's one-stop platform. So you have dashboards and the lab, everything within the decision engine itself. So real-time computing. So based on the cloud computing, decision engine is an inefficient and scalable method to prevent fraudulent events within 200 microseconds, as I said, and the power of business to serve up excellent user experience and confidence. So as you see, fraud prevention scenarios in Alibaba, such as fake account detection, login verification, fake order detection, multi-factor decision, seller onboarding, payment security, loan application decision, identity verification, a lot of different information which can be processed under the real-time computing of decision engine. And for sure, because the decision engine is based on the public cloud, or you can host it in public cloud, so you can have as well availability of the instances, which is hosting or the solution of 99.99%. What you see is what you get. So the configuration console of the decision engine provides an easy to use visualization to configure rules and integrate variables. So no need of programming, and the decision engine is able to translate semantic configuration and expression into machine understanding scripts. So up to 2,000 decision trees within one event, supporting more than 14 logical operators, visualization of workflow of the business logics, as well quantitative scoring, and you have customized tags. And easy management, because the developer-friendly SDKs in several languages are provided, and making easy to integrate with API. So you can easily connect your decision-making with a third-party application or solution, which you do have at the moment. So as well, the decision engine provides simplified method to connect with other big data or storage products on Alibaba Cloud. Easy management, so contouring fraud ring and interactive approach to is to adjust your rules and policies one signal identified with SOP for avoiding human mistakes. So these changes would be safe and fast, because these identification always is based on automation, based on real data. So we avoid any human mistakes in that. So the change made through the console will be effective in less than 2 minutes if you did any change to the system, and change is safe because supporting modes of draft, testing, and production running. So you don't apply directly to the production. You can go with a draft, and you can go with a testing model, then you can go with a productive running. So it's lowering the operational risk effectively. One-stop platform, so provide a dashboard to monitor the whole computing process and the detailed log for further case study and data analysis. So you have visual BI reports based on the data process. As well, decision engine will give you all of these information, and as well the suggestion, customized alerts and subscription, supporting email, ding, and SMS. So all of different notification and communication ways are supported by the platform. As well, it providing you log details of events and rules, allowing the SQL analysis on your data, and you can exporting these logs. As well, the policy restoration and reply is offered for the policy review and backtest. So to help improving performance of anti-fraud policies, the decision engine is able to recommend readable rules based on your specific sample data upon the smart algorithms. So you can restore policy matching process detailed to every variable. As well, you can do testing several policies against historical data within 1 hour. As well, you can use it for recommendation of rules with better coverage and accuracy based on the data science that you do have. Now I'll talk about Alibaba Cloud support all BUs in the Alibaba economy. This is to show you that Alibaba Cloud, Alibaba Group has different BUs. Business units. So for example, in retail, we do have a couple of different companies. In marketing, we do have a couple of companies. In finance as well, logistic, in travel, in manufacturing, entertainment, in health. So all of these BUs are being hosted and supported by Alibaba Cloud itself. So the technology arm of Alibaba Group is Alibaba Cloud. So that giving you the proof of scale and the proof of stability and the proof of power that all of these big BUs are fully hosted on Alibaba Cloud. So one data, one service, one ID, you can have inside Alibaba Cloud, the cloud computing, the big data capabilities, and AI. So all together, you can have it in one suite and one stop. Now about Ant Financial is dedicated to using technology to provide inclusive financial services to individuals and SMEs. So we do have a solution called Alipay. It's a payment digital wallet that it can be customized, and we can deliver as well to our customers a payment wallet, digital wallet for their new era of finance, you know, to apply for loans, to exchange money and so on between, and pay your bills and so on. So that digital wallet is one of the solutions which we do have. Inside Ant Financial, we do have different products as well, like for example, the credit loan, for the insurance, for wealth management, and the most important is the credit risk management, which we can as well provide it for the international. So in the payment, we have the KYC, transaction security, the anti-money laundering, intelligent marketing. These information can be covered within the payment digital wallet. In the credit loan, credit card, we have limits calculation, risk-based pricing, collection management, and personalized promotion. All of what I'm talking about is based on artificial intelligence as well with the big data. So all of that is automated. Insurance, auto process on insurance claim, and online client services. So that can be done as well on the insurance side. And in wealth management, we have robo advisory for how to manage your wealth and how to increase it and how to invest and so on. As well, the last is the risk scoring for your credit risk management. This is not mean credit is a credit card. That is in general credit risk management. So there is a risk controlling which help you to give a better decision making and so on. So you have account security, anti-fraud, capital management is under all of these different factors. So that was for our first industry we cover for today, which is the financial. Now let's go ahead with the health industry. So how Alibaba is helping the health industry. Before getting to the health industry, I would like to highlight that we do have something similar to the finance called ET Health Brain. This health brain has different features and different solution. I did not highlight it into our session today because actually that it has a lot of different features. Not all of the features are available for international delivery at the moment in an international version, but that is possible if needed. The customer in health industry, we can have a work and discussion with HQ as well for the same. So what I will talk about, because you know during the last year we had the COVID-19 situation, and it was very hard to detect in the beginning about the detect the infected people. So Alibaba has invented an AI solution powered by our demo team. So we built a complete solution from based on the sorry. Yes, so we built a solution based on the CT scan pictures which have been taken for the chest side. The system by using the AI and the algorithms can recognize if that patients are COVID-19 positive or negative. So the high accuracy is differentiate the coronavirus and the common viral panorama and health images, calculate the probability of a suspected new coronavirus based on texture features, and directly calculate the proportion of lesion. So the accuracy of the analysis result is about 96%, and that will give you as well on a high performance. Why? Because the AI diagnosis technology takes less than 20 seconds to identify the case. So imagine, because before at the beginning, we were just doing the test and we needed more than 48 to 72 hours to get the results. But that solution, when has been released, it was a fast solution to identify this is a normal viral virus or issue, or it's a coronavirus. So that was a help a lot for the hospitals worldwide. So that takes around 20 seconds to identify the case, helping the doctor to reduce the pressure on diagnostics. Based on NLP and CNN deep learning technology, the whole performance has been achieved. And it's easy and quick to deploy and integrate with the existing systems within the hospitals for the CT scan and so on. So more than 4,000 calls per day we have been recognized, and more than 300 hospitals we are trying to use. 41 hospitals have entered routine work, and Alibaba Health also began to integrate with this solution. Architecture about the solution. We do have the hospital, and inside the hospital we have the CT scan machines. These CT scan machines are connected to the PACS viewer, PACS system. This PACS system can be through the internet connected to through API to our platform, the Dama Core algorithm, which is based on GPU servers on our cloud, or it can be as well on-premise. So it depends on the user and the customer side. If you want to deploy this solution on his premise, or he can deploy it on an Alibaba public cloud. And the PACS files will take around 300 to 400 pictures or files per person, and it will be sent. These 300 to 400 using the GPU server, and our algorithm will be running to match it and try to analyze it to see the probability of coronavirus and the lesion area return to the PACS, so you can view it over the PACS as well. The result plus the lesion area returned. Now, other solution for the pandemic is Alibaba Cloud Health QR Code solution. So the conversion of enterprise level and government city level. So Alibaba Health QR Code enterprise level solution convert with the Alibaba Cloud Health QR Code for the government CDC level solution. For the epidemic period, the attention phase and the end phase of anti-epidemic period. For the government one, the whole process for incubation, development, for outbreak, for control, for attention, end of epidemic. So we do have more functions covered for the solution which we provided for the government more than the enterprise level solution. The purpose, enterprise return to work and school return to school, to accelerate that, why we have initiated this solution. For the government, for the city anti-epidemic control, to control the whole pandemic that we do have it during the COVID-19. For data sourcing, enterprise internal health questionnaire, subject data, employees, personal credit into the questionnaire. When we talk about the public security data, CDC data, telecom data, traffic data, hospital data, virus confirmed list, and suspected list, that is all of the object data has been taken by the solution and government. The customer classification, if it's enterprise, school, or university. When we talk about the government one is a government, city, and CDC. We talk about behavior classification, enterprise behavior, and that is for the governmental behavior. For ease of implementation, relatively easier than the city level because it's only on your enterprise level. But in the governmental level, it's not easy. You need the government and social data and a lot of different approvals, and need to implement it by the support from the government and the CDC. So our agenda will be talking about these two different solutions for the QR. So one for your enterprise to accelerate back to the work and make your environment, enterprise health work environment more healthy and safe. And the later on is what have been done for the solution to target the government or CDC level. So Alibaba Cloud Health QR Code enterprise level solution introduction. So when the coronavirus is basically controlled, some of expert enterprises expect to resume their production quickly, and enterprise employees need to return to the work site gradually or resume the whole work, right? So so the enterprises need to have one effective evaluation standard for their employees to return to the work. Based on that health questionnaire filled in by the employees and the health rule engine analysis, different color health code are assigned to these employees as the judgment of the criteria of reassumption or resuming to the work. So as you see here, how the judgment condition is start. First, fill in the enterprise health questionnaire for 14 consequence days. So you need to keep filling the questionnaire for consequence 14 days. and sign the health commitment letter if not match the condition. Then number 2, 14 consequence days without leaving the work city. 3, people living in the same apartment who have not returned from the other cities. 4, the following conditions do not exist. In the past 14 days, we have had contact with the confirmed patient or the person with positive virus. Then in past 14 days, I have been to the key epidemic areas, or in the past 14 days, the person had contacted the person from epidemic area. In the past 14 days, the person got fever or cough, including common cold. So based on all of these questions and questionnaires, the system will recognize and give you a rate as an employee. If it's a green, then you are safe to go. If it was an if it was in orange, then in yellow, then this is sign the health commitment and submit to on-site work application. So the application is approved, the yellow code will change to green because it's not 100%. So you need to go and do a test and submit it to the system again to convert it from yellow to green. And red code, it's not allowed to work on site, but work remotely at home. If it was gray, this is not in the rework list, enabled to submit the site work application because the application wasn't completed. So there is some missing into the application itself. So this is how the architecture it works. So in the enterprise level, this is the business scenario. So the employee who apply for the resume for his work, he will apply for on-site work in Aliland. Okay. Then he will go for the enterprise health QR code engines, or he has the daily online enterprise health questionnaire for 14 days as well. So he need to have both sides. So he need to apply for the on-site work, and he need to be in daily online enterprise for the past 14 days answering this questionnaire. Then after that, the code will be based on the recommendation engine generate for him. So if he were getting the green code, then he need to go for enterprise health check code check. So the entrance guard will check that, will check the temperature, will check all of these details. Then scanning code temperature measure. If it's normal temperature and code, he can enter the workspace. If he had an abnormal temperature, then the medical treatment code, he need the medical treatment and the green code invalid, and it will be changed to red. So he need to go and verify again. If he was generating a yellow code, so he need to sign the health commitment that he does not have anything. He need to submit the on-site work application. He need to get an approval. So if he got the approval, he will be changed to green and he can get to the process. If he get no, then he need to keep on daily online enterprise health questionnaire, then full days for the reports. Then he can get back here to get again for getting recognized and generated which code and which color. If he were red, then he need again to keep on daily online enterprise health questionnaire and keep doing verifying the reports again in order to get the new coding. If he was gray, he need to again repeat the whole stuff because his application is not fulfilled and is not completed. Here you will have as well from the solution this data visualization display, which you have the numbers of the people who came back to your work, when the expected people are coming, how much is the percentage, and so on. So this data dashboard provides strong digital anti-epidemic management and decision-making for the enterprise command center, and realize the digital management of a human resources and space for HR and administrative team to monitor and manage all of the capital resources they have it. Now let's talk about the solution for the government or CDC level. So coronavirus diseases, COVID-19 outbreak, the health the health QR code solution is based on the real anti-epidemic data analysis as the judgment. So, and can generate one health QR code as individual health pass by the citizens or the reworking personal on online declaration. The different colors and of QR code, it will be convenient for anti-pandemic. Green color means health. Yellow code advised to be isolated for 7 days. Red color advised to be isolated for 14 days. So if you have a green color, you can pass in the city by the green color. If you do have red color, you need to stay back and stay home and isolate for 14 days. If you have the yellow color, you need to go back home and stay for isolation for 7 days. Now, how the process it works in the government side. So for residents, online declaration, there is something called H5 app. Local residents and non-local residents, they will go to this health QR through the decision making or the decision engine for giving generate a code. So if you had a green code, then you go for the health check scenarios in the community, into the traffic high-speed charging stations and office and factories. So you need to pass this health check scenarios. Then scanning code temperature measure will be happening. If you have a normal temperature code, you have BAS approval. Once you have the BAS approval, you will be sent a certification which allow you to move normally, but you need to keep updating the whole questionnaires and so on into the system. If you do have abnormal, then you need a medical treatment and the green code will be invalid. In case if you have a yellow or red color, then you need again to go back for the daily health online report and isolation at home. Red is for 14 days, yellow for 7 days, and wait until you become a green code. For enterprise reworking personnel, the reworking personnel will get an enterprise approval. Once they get the enterprise approval, they will get the codes, and again, they will go with the same way. So how the health code judgment process? First of all, you apply for the health code. There is a comparison in national anti-epidemic list. If it's true, because there is a national epidemic list with the people who tested, if it was true, immediately you will get a red code. If it was false, red code rule. So the rule, if it was true, then because if you have like being in epidemic area or a high risky area or something like that, you will again get red again. If not false, then you go for the local red or yellow list, red or yellow. Here there is as well different stuff and questions will be based on that. You will be recognized in the judgment if you will take the yellow or the red. If it was false, you will go for the yellow code rule. Then if it was false for the yellow code rule, again, you will get the green. So the national anti-epidemic list of national key personnel, national suspected list, national virus carriers and contacted people who have been to key epidemic areas, the confirmed and suspected personnel from CDC. Then if you have passed all of these, you go to the yellow. Meet one or more of the following: patient who have not been observed for more than 14 days in isolation, have close contact with the confirmed virus carriers, people still in health isolated period, people from or been to key epidemic areas. Then if you have matched this, you will be generated with the yellow code. If not, then you go for the last one, which is about the application list information. If you have a fever, shortness of breath, or respiratory symptoms, people who have contacted, suspected with a fever or shortness of breath, or confirmed virus carrier in the same apartment. So these, if you have matched it, you will generate yellow, you will take yellow code, or if it's false, you will get the green code. So this is the code judgment of process. So that was when we spoke about the health for the pandemic of Alibaba Cloud and how we have launched different solutions for the pandemic for both an enterprise level and as well on pandemic onto the governmental level. Our last topic for today, we will speak about Alibaba Cloud solution for education. So for education, during the pandemic, we have released different new solutions, which we do have it before, but we have improved it more and more to be more powerful to comply with the current situation. So we have online and offline activities combined together. So we called it OMO, which is online merged offline, smart classrooms. So it's based on Sas Cloud solution, flipped classrooms, data analysis, and blended mobile learning. So in the Sas Cloud, we have a benefit of cost-effective, constant update, and various formats supported. When we talked about flipped classroom, the student attendance, to take the student attendance and the lecture recording and review, and the student can return back and review it later on as well. Class projection and interaction with the students. So the class will be projection and as well the interaction with the users. It's not about like doing Zoom only, and the interaction will not be in such as a way of being in a real classroom. As well, when we talk about blended mobile learning, training resources, learning anytime, anywhere, mobile learning effectively, because these applications are being mixed and as well integrated and replicated to the mobile, which you have it with your hand whenever you were at any time. Then for data analysis, based on all of these information which we collect, we have learning progress. We can show every student his learning progress, his learning alerts if he's missing some points in his study, his teaching analysis, and his open data learning records. Now let's start talking about the Sas Cloud Services, which allow you to lower the cost because there is no backend servers to maintain. There is nothing to worry about. Constant updates from our backend. Use it as pay as you go. As well, professional maintenance team and safely from our side, so no need a technical team to monitor and take care of your infrastructure. The cross-platform learning management system. So that system supports the SPOCs and the MOCs as well, module on mobile vehicles to expand enrollment and reduce the training cost. So it supports on mobile version and desktop version. So the application, traditional Chinese and English as well, it's supported. So all of the simplified, the traditional and the English, and there is different other languages are supported as well. It supports both the Windows PCs and the Mac. It supports on mobile and iOS and Android, both platforms. When we talk about web, it supports Safari, browser, Firefox, Chrome, Internet Explorer, and any other browser. So it supports all of the browser that you can have. Smart classroom equipments, multi-screen interaction system. So you have a projector, you have the smartphone, you have all-in-one touchable big screen, and that is with your users, which they have their tablets, PC, laptop. This screen does not mean they will be in the same room. This is virtually. So every one of these individuals is in his home, and he can directly communicate with the teacher and even doing some interactions with the teacher by giving comments, by even taking the dashboard to write on the dashboard to, for example, to solve one exercise in front of his colleagues and so on. So that is one of the options that you have. So screen sharing for interaction, learning content can be integrated with student by multi-screen projection. So you have a multi-screen projection, interactive response system, IRS, feedback, quizzes, select student and answer race, HCT, course info, the student attendance and announcement. All of these can be with IRS system, which is interactive response system. Training resource library can be used for the searching, accessing, using, marking, saving, if you need to save or mark any information that teacher highlighted while the teacher is speaking about. As well, integrate a third-party application and instructional materials into the platforms. If you need to interact and you show your customers some third-party applications or any instructional materials. As well, it supports various devices, so it's not limiting your students or the teacher for having a special PC or a tablet or smartphone. He can be using and attending for all of these using either PC, tablet, or smartphone. So this is the smart instructional equipment. So mobile control, it can be allowed. So teachers can browse various info on personal dashboard and use a variety of interactive functions such as screen sharing, roll call, student feedback collection, select student for question and answer, play fast answer race game, and so on. All of that can be done. So you can have the experience of offline classroom typically as an online classroom. Smart instructional equipments as well. So as you see here, you can have the attendance check. It's automated. No need to go by the attendees' names one by one. So that can be verified using the system. For race game, it can be here. So while you're a student, you can click here and answer as if you have, the answer for the question of the teacher, which he provided. As well, for brainstorming forms, you can share it with the customers lively. For student feedback, you can see all the feedbacks lively and students can do it immediately. As well, to share BBT files, video clips, PDF, Word, etc. Any other document sharing and remote control for the app, touchscreen, and the PC itself. Smart instructional equipment as well. So for radar, roll call as well, you can have, if you need to choose one randomly student to do some roll call or so to do something, you can do that randomly using radar roll call. As well, for groups divide, if you need to split your class to different groups, and these groups will communicate to each other individually from other groups in order to resolve and having scoring and so on. So you can make it more interactive. So that can be done as well. For random selection and for homework sharing as well. So the users can share their homeworks with you, and you can sign and discuss this homeworks with them back as well. Resource sharing and usage. So make course prepare easier. So the personal resource library, you can easily manage instructional resources such as files, videos, assignments, exams, and so on, that can be used in many different courses, programs at the same time. In public resource libraries as well, instructional materials sharing is quite easy. So it's super easy to share the materials with the users with your so no need to send it to them one by one. You can easily to publish it to them as you are in the classroom in the normal life offline. So, and course co-prep can be implemented effectively by the teachers. Cross schools and a third-party resource library, massive open training resources, and support cross-institute school organization to share as well. In mobile learning, anytime and anywhere, because you can be anywhere. You can be in a classroom, you can be in a campus, you can be in a restaurant, you can be in a home. So you can take your solution whenever you are, and you can keep learning and keep studying, and you can complete the studying life cycle. Mobile learning, teaching and learning anytime and anywhere. So based on that, we have real-time notice, course announcements, syllabus, you have learning units, you have the online reading, you have the assignment submission, you have the students assignment marking, online tests and exams, the IRS as well for collecting the as I said, one of the function of IRS to collect the attendance and so on, and rollcast and so on. So these different information which you can handle it by the mobile as well. So real-time notification, lecture list, learning units, the BBTs and the Word and PDF files, you can have them and you can view it in the library. Lecture videos to return back for the different lecture videos, and it supports different variety of audio and video formats such as MP4, AVI, WMV, RMVB, and so different stuff. And there is an auto transcoding micro videos that can be played in different devices. When we talk about as well online quizzes, tests, and exams, so there is a flexible and commonly used question type, insert question in videos, randomly selected questions can be done if you can make like a database of questions. So you can make sure your students not have the same question. So randomly everyone have, like, even if they're sitting next to each other, they cannot answer the same question because it will be randomly selecting these questions from the database. as well quiz, test, exam control via the application, varied grading as well. For the grading as well, option is there, quick result analysis, so that once the student is done with the exam, he can get his result immediately after that. So that will help in accelerate the learning process and being like getting the results out of his exams. As well for the student grade management analysis, so assignments, attendance, group learning performance are included in the assessment. Automatically calculate grades to save trainers time. As well, flexible control every elements in ratio in total grades. You have as well an options of automatically report the final grades to administration system, analyze grades from multiple dimensions to handle the class learning condition, so you can keep understanding where is the weakness and where to focus and how to make it as well. Student can check their own learning status, so every student can keep his eye on his learning status, his grades, and where he has some weakness, where he need to focus, and so on, and adapt their learning pace. The cloud-based data analysis and visualization. So entire training, assessment, learning about the behavior, learning progress, teaching effectiveness, and the student attendance. All of these information will help in the training assessment. Operation data tracking, the management of education cloud KPIs. So you will have the education KPIs, analyze the school members' engagement, analyze as well of resource usage rate, and so on. Service data analysis, so you have the cloud service monitoring and performance management, resource usage analysis, and so on. So all of these information you can get from the data analysis and the visualization. So as you see here, you can see the engagement analysis. You can have all of this visualization, which will make you easy to understand the process and manage the whole educational institute. So learning time analysis, equipment usage analysis, and so on. As well for learning data analysis and advanced alerting, based on rules, automatically report the learning alert on which trainers, and the trainers and the school can realize learning condition and set up remediation plan. So for example, the student learning progress, you can see the student learning progress, and based on what is the more interaction you have and what type of the students, the value, the learning alert mechanism. So based on that, the teacher and the school, they can realize the learning condition and keep changing and improving from themselves. Video watching analysis as well. When you have as a lecture, submit or release a video, so you can understand every student you have video learning behavior. So because you can see how many times they repeat the videos and what different minutes they focus on, and you can have all of these analysis. So whether watch videos for preview, or how many time watched, or what part attract most attention for your students. So this will allow you to understand where they are focusing and where they are missing. As well, you do have a training management module. So for personal management, for course management, for lecture management, for your statistics management, for grade management, certification management, all of this can be controlled from either the teacher or the management of the lectures, the institute. So thank you everyone for being with us today. This was a session covering the financial, the health, and the educational part about some of the industry solutions which we do have it in Alibaba. For sure, in all of these different sectors which I mentioned, the financial or the health or the educational, we do have more and more different solutions. But we have highlighted these solutions, which are very important and in demand, on high demand at the moment in the market. So please, now we do have a question and answer session. If you do have any question, please feel free to write your question or to ask it to us. Or otherwise, you can keep an eye, and always we are open to answer you for any needs or any more clarification about the different solutions. So please feel free to answer us. Yes, we received one question. Let me read it. So sure, Musabah. So actually, yeah, we will share the presentation. What type of other questions we need? Do you have, guys? Any clarification needed? So if there is no other question, I will be leaving from my side, and I would like to thank you again, guys. Thank you for being with us.